What's going on, guys? It's CC Sports. Welcome back to another Out of the Park 25 video. On the last episode, we had a big trade and a couple big free agency signings, as Giovanni Gallegos got traded from the St. Louis Cardinals to the Miami Marlins for a prospect, Blake Snell signed with the New York Yankees, and Jordan Montgomery signed with the Los Angeles Angels. So we're just going to get right into the whole deal today. So we got some talent spotted by our scouting department in the Dominican Republic. So Chris Gross has wrapped up his tour of Dominican Republic and was pleased to report that he has found the lead in David Urrutia. Urrutia, a 16-year-old starting pitcher, could be just what we're looking for in a developing player. Dominican starting pitcher David Urrutia was born in Bayawana. When he is fully developed, his repertoire should include a sinker, changeup, slider, and fastball. As he develops command, problems are expected to continue to plague him, with walks a problem. Urrutia will likely never develop into a big league starter. David Urrutia has been assigned to your international complex. Okay, so they found him and signed him, this guy that they believe will likely never develop into a big league starter. Interesting. Interesting for sure. They said everything that needed to be said about him. Draft pool, draft order, scouting budget, already looked at all that. Trading block, no added pieces. How about in the MLB? Any news? Here we go. San Diego swaps Mazur to Boston for Martin. Chris Martin? Chris Martin got traded. It's all done except the paperwork. The San Diego Padres and the Boston Red Sox have agreed to a trade that will send 22-year-old minor league right-handed pitcher Adam Mazur, 21-year-old minor league right-handed pitcher Zach Adkisson, and 20-year-old minor league catcher Lamar King Jr. to Boston, while 37-year-old right-handed pitcher Chris Martin and $2.25 million in cash will be shipped to San Diego. A top front office executive with the Padres described the talks as quick and easy. We're glad to get this deal done. We think it's something that helps our ball club, and it didn't take too long at all to sort this one out, he said. During his career, Martin has compiled a 13-17 mark, pitched in 324 games, been credited with 12 saves, and posted a 3.37 ERA. He has 307 strikeouts and 302 innings pitched. So Adam Mazur was the prospect that was given to the Boston Red Sox. He's 2 stars, 2-star potential. He's in rookie ball right now. His stats have not been terrible. Last year in AA he was not good, but high A ball he was very good. So he should be around playing in A ball, I would think. He's on a minor league contract, 22 years old. Doesn't really look like he's going to become anything, but who knows? Can never predict baseball. So back to the manager's office. I don't think there's anything else to do. So we'll give it another 10 seconds. Eventually, I gotta start building the opening day roster for our team, which I probably will do in this episode. So let's move on to the next day. Tuesday the 19th. So still same people on the trading block. Draft pool, draft order. It's opening day in the Major League Baseball tomorrow, the perfect time to set up your roster on the team transaction screen. Make sure your lineups and pitching staff are all ready to go, including your opening day starter. Good luck this season. Okay, so let's take a look at our team that we're going to have this year. Let's go to rosters and transactions. Okay, so this is where we have everybody that we need. I don't think we're going to call up anybody from AA because I don't plan. Even Nathan Lavender, I don't think he's going to get called up. So, let's take a look. Starting at catcher, I did want to have Francisco Alvarez. He's already there, so that's all good. Pete Alonso, I want him at first. All good. Second base, I'm thinking Jeff McNeil. He's here. Shortstop, Francisco Lindor. He's here. Third base, I want Brett Beatty. I don't think Beatty is here. He's down here. He's a 2-star right now. Our best third baseman at the moment is Mark Vientos at 2.5. So I will keep Vientos up until Beatty's ready to replace Vientos. Yeah, I'll have Vientos be our starting third baseman then for now. Left field, I want to have Brandon Nimmo. I did want to have in left field. He's here. He's going to play center, it looks like. So left field, I might do Bader. And I'll send down Trace Thompson more than likely. Because Trace Thompson, I thought he was on a minor league deal. Do I have another outfielder that I could send down that's worse? No, our worst outfielder is Trace Thompson, so I'll send him down. Out of option years and has to clear waivers. I'm not going to put him on waivers because he's definitely going to get scooped up. So, I could send Tyrone Taylor down. He's out of option years as well. Okay, so Marte. Let's see. Oh, by the way, I changed G-Man Choi's name back to G-Man Choi, so that's all good now. How many relievers do we have on this roster? So we got a long reliever, middle reliever, middle reliever, middle reliever, setup, and Diekman. And Edwin Diaz or Austin. Okay, so I'll send down a reliever. Because we do need to make way for more depth. Michael Tonkin's out of option years. Let's see, Cole Sulser. He's able to go down. Okay, so we'll send down Cole Sulser. And we will call up Harrison Bader. He's added to the 40-man roster, and he's going to be here for opening day. We're going to move him to... No, we'll keep him in center. And then I think we'll move Nimmo over. Nimmo has a 75 left field rating, so... Yeah, we're going to make him our left fielder on this team. There you go. And I think his overall got a little better. So we got Nimmo, Bader, and then Marte. Then for our starters, we will have, let's see, our starting rotation will be Quintana, Severino, Hauser, Minaya, McGill. I don't believe there's anybody here. Who's our best starter down here? Jose Buto? Yeah, I don't really think we need anybody. Relievers were all good. Austin Adams, Jake Diekman, Jorge Lopez, Otto, Rayleigh, Tonkin, Diaz. Yep. Set up closer. Okay, yep, that's all good. So, now we just need bench. Our bench pieces. So I'm assuming on our bench we would want to have... Let's see. So we want 5 guys on our bench, I believe that would make room for. Let's see, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys on our bench. We have 6 guys on our bench, really? Oh, because we need a DH, so then 5 guys on our bench. Our DH doesn't really matter to us too much. So we need 5 guys on our bench. We'll do 2 infielders, 2 outfielders, and a catcher. So we got Narvaez. We got Voit and Choi. I don't know if I want both of them up right now. Well, one of them is going to act as our DH. So we have Choi. We have Wendell. Narvaez. Then we have Thompson and Taylor. Yeah, I don't see anybody else here that I would really want at the big league level. Maybe Tomas Nido, but even then, not really. Luke Ritter, no. Drew Smith. Can I make any reliever moves? Joey Wendell, Tyler McGill. Worst being Michael Tonkin. No, there's no reliever moves that I want to make. Okay, so our roster's all good for opening day. These are the guys that are going to be on our opening day roster. I don't see anybody on this list besides maybe Drew Smith where I want to bring them up to the big league ball club. There's really none of that. Maybe third base? Ryland Bannon and Brett Beatty over Joey Wendell. I mean, maybe. Joey Wendell gets sent down, he would. Okay. Interesting. But I think I'll keep Joey Wendell up. Where is he? Here. I'll keep him up until Brett Beatty progresses to 2.5 stars. Then I'll send down Wendell and call up Beatty. So I'll let everybody else set up the minor league system. Okay, so that should be all good. So nobody else on the trading block. Trade pool, draft pool's all good. Team transactions, lineups, and pitching staff. Okay, lineups are interesting. I don't really care too much about the lineups. It's not really my thing. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll use that so Carlos Mendoza can fix it as he sees fit. Alright, there you go. So there's our lineup. Marte, McNeil, Lindor, Alonso Alvarez, Nimmo, Taylor, Wendell, Bader. Not a great lineup, but it'll do. It'll have to do. Pitching staff. Oh, here we go. Welcome to the team pitching screen. If you control a team, you can view your team's pitchers, set your rotation, and define your bullpen roles. Drag and drop players to move them around. Okay. So we'll update the entire staff. Yeah, so that's all good. Okay, that's exactly what I want from our bullpen. That's what I want it to look like. So team transactions, all that is good. Lineups, pitching staff, all good. So we are ready to advance unless... That's not what I wanted. Let's look at our news. Here we go. Is Siani on the block? The word on the street is that St. Louis intends to trade Michael Siani. In fact, at least one other team has expressed interest. Negotiations have intensified in recent weeks. So Michael Siani has 33 days of big league experience. He's played 8 games in the big leagues in his career. I mean, can't really have much developed on him. Great fielder, as you can see here by his potential ratings. 2.5 stars overall and 2.5 potential. So let's see here. Agreement reached. JD Martinez to play for Milwaukee. The Brewers today announced that they have come to terms with JD Martinez, a 36-year-old first baseman they've been scouting for a while. Martinez will earn $17.4 million a year over 1 year and is expected to play a key role with the club. In his career, Martinez has racked up 1,639 hits with a .287 average and a .350 on-base percentage. His numbers include 366 doubles, 23 triples, and 315 home runs, along with 851 runs scored and 1,002 RBIs. So another big signing before the season starts with JD Martinez. So I think we're all good for that day. So we'll give it 10 seconds and we'll move on. We're almost at opening day. Let's advance. Generating predictions. Ooh, we gotta look at those. So whenever that loads, we will head on over to that screen. And we'll take a look at the predictions. I received a personal message. Let's see. Welcome to the new season. I hope that the off-season has treated you well. This is also a reminder that the team should play 500 ball. Good luck, Steve Cohen. Okay, the season is about to start, so it's time to publish the annual BNN Top 100 Prospects list. This year, 20-year-old second baseman Jackson Holliday of the Baltimore Orioles is the #1 prospect overall. Here's the top 10. It's all the same that it was last time, besides Wyatt Langford moving up to 2 over Ethan Salas. So Jackson Holliday is still #1 for the Orioles, 2nd Wyatt Langford for the Rangers, 3rd Ethan Salas for the Padres, 4th Jackson Chourio for the Brewers, 5th Jackson Merrill for the Padres, 6th James Wood of the Nationals, 7th Yoshinobu Yamamoto for the Dodgers, 8th Paul Skeens of the Pirates, 9th Jackson Jobe of the Tigers, and 10th Evan Carter of the Rangers. You can view the full list in the top prospects report from the reports menu. The top minor league systems report has been updated as well. Let's take a look at what we have. That's not how you look at it. You go here. Oh, not the A's. So we got Jet Williams at number 41. It's our top prospect. Luis Angel Acuna at 71. Ryan Clifford 82. And Ronnie Mauricio 85. And Drew Gilbert 87. So we have 5 prospects in the top 100. And if we take a look at the top minor league systems report, we are 21st. So we moved up 1 spot over the Toronto Blue Jays, who have Ricky Tiedemann and Aurelvis Martinez. So taking a look at more news, it's opening day in Major League Baseball. The brand new 2024 pennant race begins today. The clubs are poised and primed for another new season of baseball filled with plenty of spills, chills, hits, runs, errors, and homers. Another exciting season kicks off with these games. It's the Seoul series between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the San Diego Padres. Okay. So that's all good there. Let's go to league news, see what else we got. It's that same news articles that we just read, those same ones. So the top prospects list, we already looked at that. The trading block, all good, nobody new. Draft pool, draft order, team transactions, lineups, and pitching staff, all good to go. Let's take a look at the predictions for the season. Here we go. Preseason predictions. So the Yankees are predicted to win the AL East by 2 games over the Blue Jays. The Orioles are predicted to only have 83 wins. It's a little surprising. The Twins are predicted to win the AL Central by 6 games over the Tigers. The West is predicted to be won by the Houston Astros, with the Angels finishing last. Astros win by 2 games over the Mariners. So our top leading hitters, Vladdy, Jose Altuve, Aaron Judge, Yordan, Juan Soto. Juan Soto in his first year with the Yankees is predicted to hit .263 with 36 home runs. He's going to have a big year. We got Eloy, Devers, Tucker, Gunnar Henderson, and Bo Bichette. Top pitchers, Tariq Skubal, George Kirby, Kevin Gausman, Framber Valdez, Luis Castillo, Pablo Lopez, Blake Snell with the Yankees, predicted to have a 3.54 ERA, Jose Barrios, Shane Bieber, and Carlos Rodon. In the National League East, the Braves are expected to win with 106 wins, winning by 18 games over the Phillies. It's not even going to be close. And we're third with 85-77 record. Cubs at 90-72 will win the NL Central by 5 games over the Cardinals. And then NL West, the Dodgers at 100 wins will win by 13 games over the Giants. Top hitters, we got Acuna, Ohtani in his first year with the Dodgers. He's predicted to hit 51 home runs. He's going to have a huge year. Mookie Betts, Matt Olson, Freddie Freeman, Fernando Tatis, Ellie De La Cruz, Christian Encarnacion Strand, Trey Turner, and Bryce Harper. I was not expecting Christian Encarnacion Strand to have his name among those guys. That'd be very impressive if he lives up to it. Spencer Strider for top pitchers, Aaron Nola, Max Fried, Yoshinobu Yamamoto in his first year in the big leagues is expected to have a 3.56 ERA. Zach Wheeler, Justin Steele, Logan Webb, Dylan Cease in San Diego. He's expected to have a 3.69 ERA. Freddie Peralta and Kyle Harrison. Kyle Harrison, really? It's another guy that I was not really expecting to be up here, but maybe he's a sleeper. So I believe the Braves, Cubs, and Dodgers will have the 3 division winner spots. Then it will be the Phillies, the Giants, and then us and the Cardinals, I believe, are tied for that last wild card spot. So that should be fun to see how that goes down, if it plays according to those expectations. League news, still nothing. But yeah, opening day. So let's advance another day, see what happens. See how opening day goes. Yamamoto starting opening day against Joe Musgrove. The Padres do win. They won 4-1 over the Dodgers. Xander Bogaerts hit the first home run of the season. Yamamoto was much better in this game than he was in real life. 6 innings, only giving up 1 run. 3 RBIs for Xander Bogaerts. Top performer of the day, Joe Musgrove, with 7 1/3, giving up only 1 run. Very good start to the season for him. So the Twins and Orioles in talks. The Minnesota Twins and the Baltimore Orioles have been hammering out the details of a potential trade. Of late, however, Minnesota has backed off over unspecified concerns. It is too soon to know whether or not negotiations will resume. Baltimore is the American League East Division frontrunner. Meanwhile, Minnesota is last in the American League Central Division. But that does not matter because the season literally just started. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else to do. There's another Dodgers Padres game. So we'll go check that out, see how that is. Okay. So it's going to be Dylan Cease in his Padres debut facing Tyler Glasnow. Excited to see how that's going to go. So let's sim another day. And the Padres won that one as well, so they sweep the Korea series over the Dodgers. Take both games. Luis Campusano hit a home run. Best performer Tyler Glasnow went 6 innings, giving up only 2 runs, but it was not enough as the bullpen really blew it. Actually, the Dodgers had a 3-2 lead entering the 9th, and Evan Phillips ended up blowing the game. So that's it for the next few days in terms of games. Okay, draft pool, league news. Fans in San Diego rally behind wayward cat. After San Diego's latest victory, it seemed like the last thing anyone wanted to talk about was the game itself. Instead, the focus was on a cat that somehow wandered onto the field at Petco Park in the top of the 2nd inning, which in this case would be the Seoul Stadium. The tiny tabby scampered from near the visitors' dugout all the way to the left field wall, stopping the action for a good 10 minutes. Outfielder Brad Miller stood motionless as the cat darted past. "I'm not going to try to catch that thing," he said later. He was moving pretty fast, and I'm more of a dog person myself. College intern Matt Field was given the unenviable task of capturing the frenzied feline, and the fans were transfixed as they watched the thrilling chase unfold before them. Matt finally caught up to the cat and grabbed it on the warning track, but getting the scrappy stray off the field proved to be tricky. He wasn't very cooperative, the 20-year-old explained, and I have the scars to prove it, but we made it eventually. The cat's mad dash, meanwhile, was replayed later on the stadium's video screens, which pumped up the crowd and maybe even the players as they went on to victory. Fans immediately flooded social media offering to adopt the cat and nominating him as the team's official Meowscot. Reportedly, the cat is now at the San Diego Humane Society, where he will be kept for observation. If no owner can be identified, then the cat will be placed for adoption. "Sure, we'd like to keep him," said Padres spokesman Ben Cooney. "If he can bring us some more victories, we'll even give him a spot on the roster." So, that's a little of the fun articles that Out of the Park likes to have sometimes. It's nice. Lightens things up a little bit. Trading block, nothing. Draft pool, draft order, nope. Nada. There's no games to look at, so let's advance. If I can, hold on. Yeah, okay. So we're going to give it 10 seconds, and then we'll go. Yeah, there's nothing, so let's move on. So Saturday, March 23rd. Still a bunch of players on the trading block. Draft pool, draft order. No new news. And no scores to report on, so a dull day in Major League Baseball. Nothing really to do. As we inch ever so closer to opening day. It's exciting. So I believe there's no games until the day that we play, right? Yeah, there's no games until the 28th. We actually have the next game, 1 o'clock, on that 28th. No updates to the trading block. Any news? Here we go, we got a trade. Proving the old adage that one man's trash is another man's treasure, the Twins announced today the acquisition of 31-year-old minor league catcher Michael Perez from the Baltimore Orioles in exchange for 23-year-old minor league right-handed pitcher Ronnie Henriquez. This isn't the deal of the century, acknowledged the Twins, but we think it will improve the direction of both teams. In his 202-game career, Perez has hit 179 with 97 hits, 15 home runs, and 61 RBIs, and has scored 52 runs. Yeah, so the big part of the deal is actually Ronnie Henriquez, who is 2.5 stars. and is now in that Baltimore system. At 23 years old, he still has potential, room to grow, so he could get better. He actually does have big league experience with the Minnesota Twins in 2022, and was pretty good for them. 11 and 2/3, 2.31 ERA. So it's not a lot of time, but it was enough appearances, 3 games, so he was a long reliever. But he's got potential, so he could play a pivotal role in the Orioles' run to the title. And they might need him if they run into injuries along the way. So yeah, other than that, there's not much else. We're just going to keep rolling. There you go. So now our games are starting to pop up on the calendar right here on the top right, which means it's almost opening day. Getting ever so closer. So the power rankings are out. NL Player of the Week chosen. Joe Musgrove had the hottest hand among National League players and was picked the Player of the Week. The San Diego pitcher led his club to 1 win and received the league's Player of the Week honor. To win the best player honor, the 31-year-old San Diego hurler tossed a total of 7 1/3 innings, collecting 1 win, 5 strikeouts, and a 1.23 ERA. He suffered no losses. Who was the active leader in the Major League Baseball in career OPS? Mike Trout, followed by Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, Joey Votto, and Ronald Acuna. Now the power rankings are out. The Padres are first, and the Dodgers are all the way in last, which is obviously unrealistic because it's simply going off of record and momentum. When those two have played games, nobody else has so far, but we are currently 19th. That's because it's all in alphabetical order, so you can't really trust that at this point in the season. So there's nothing else to do on this Monday. So I might do opening day. I might actually play opening day, and then I'll maybe show the highlights when it's done. KBO season predictions are now out. Okay, so all these guys still in the trading block, draft pool. Nothing changed. I'm actually really excited for this opening day. Been waiting for this. And it's almost here. So, okay. Still nada. League news, nothing changed. So we're going to be able to go to opening day on this episode. So here we go, we're here. Finally opening day. So the scout evaluates Milwaukee before the series. We have a 3-game series at home against the Milwaukee Brewers kicking off today. Here's my report on the opponent. It is too early to comment on their season success and stats so far. Here are the projected pitching matchups, our pitchers listed first. So it's supposed to be Quintana. We have 2 lefties in this series. Quintana against Peralta, Manaya against DL Hall, and Luis Severino against Jacob Junis. The top 5 players on their team are William Contreras, Willie Adames, Trevor McGill, Ty Lore's brother, Freddie Peralta, and Aaron Ashby. So it's, again, not a good team. Not a great team at all. So our bats are better, and I think that should help us win out. Plus, Milwaukee doesn't really have their best guys. They got Brandon Woodruff out for 4 months, and they don't have Devin Williams in the bullpen because he has his back problems. So draft pool's available. There's nothing else that I really need to check up on besides this. The Rays and Phillies have been engaged in a little wheeling and dealing. They have just concluded a trade with 24-year-old minor league left fielder Nick Schnell and 21-year-old minor league right fielder John Diaz going to Philadelphia in exchange for 27-year-old minor league catcher William Simone. So Nick Schnell was the big guy in this trade. Going to the Philly system, he's a 1.5-star overall, 2-star potential. He's only played up to high A ball, and he's been I don't really trust those stats with the 100 OPS plus, but he's been all right. He could be better. They're gonna ask for a little more from him. He's gonna need to do a little better if he's gonna progress through the system. He's 24, so his time's sort of running out. But okay. That is everything with league news. So we are going to jump in and we are going to play our first game of the season against the Milwaukee Brewers. So that'll be it for me for the time being. I'll be right back and I'll show you guys the highlights when I'm done. Here we go. Opening day highlights. Milwaukee Brewers against New York Mets. We pick it up in the top of the 6th inning. Nobody out. 0-2 count. Jose Quintana facing Bryce Terang. And Terang pops it up. In comes Lindor. But Wendell calls him off. Makes the catch, 1 gone. Freddie Peralta strikes out Pete Alonso looking. And Alonso starts barking at the umpire. And Alonso gets tossed out of the game. Pete Alonso arguing balls and strikes with the umpire. And gets ejected on opening day in a 1-1 game when the team really needs him. Bottom of the 6th. 2 outs. Freddie Peralta walks Brandon Nimmo. So there's now runners on 2nd and 1st with 2 gone. Bases loaded with 2 gone. Wendell grounds out 1 to 3rd. Throw on to 1st. In time. So the Mets have the bases loaded and do not score. It's still 1-1 after 6. Bottom of the 7th, runner at 2nd. Jeff McNeil grounds that one into the outfield. That's a base hit. Around 3rd comes Marte, and he's safe. And the Mets take a 2-1 lead. Top of the 8th, nobody out. Here's Sal Frelick. And he grounds that one to Lindor. Lindor on 1st. In time, 1 gone. Now Quintana facing Longoria walks him on 4 straight. So the Brewers have a base runner with 1 gone. Here's Gary Sanchez. Sanchez pops that one up. In comes Nimmo. He's there, 2 gone. Now here's Jackson Chourio in his first game. Pops that one into left field, and that's going to get down in front of Nimmo. Nimmo picks it up on the warning track. Here comes the runner around 3rd. Longoria. He's going to score. Jackson Chourio safe at 3rd. Milwaukee ties it on the RBI double by Jackson Chourio. It's 2-2. Here's Brooks Raley facing Jackson Chourio again. And he strikes him out looking. The Brewers strand the runner at 3rd, and it's 2-2. We're through 7.5. In the bottom of the 8th, 1 out. Aaron Ashby against Alvarez. Alvarez flies that one out to right center field. That's going to get down past the center fielder. Alvarez around 1st to throw in. He's safe. Francisco Alvarez with a 1-out double. And the Mets have it going on in the bottom of the 8th. Runner at 2nd. Here's Nimmo. Nimmo, that's it down the line. Base hit. Nimmo around 1st, digging for 2nd. Alvarez is going to score. Brandon Nimmo and Francisco Alvarez go back-to-back with doubles, and the Mets take the lead. It's 3-2. Here's Ashby facing Bader. Bader hits that one down the line. That's a fair ball. Nimmo around 3rd. He's going to try to score. He's in. The 2nd runner comes around 3rd. Tyrone Taylor's in. Harrison Bader gets to 3rd. 2 RBI double for Harrison Bader, and the Mets pile on to the lead. It's 5-2. Here's McNeil. McNeil hits that one down the line. Another base hit. Here comes Bader to score. He's going to score. Marte's trying to score as well. He's safe. Jeff McNeil. Another 2 RBI double for the New York Mets. And they add on 2 more. It's 7-2. There's Brooks Raley. strikes out Evan Longoria, and that'll do it. And the Mets pick up another opening day win as they continue their franchise record winning percentage on opening day as they defeat the Brewers 7-2. So that was opening day, ladies and gentlemen. I believe there is nothing else to do. We don't have any new news, nothing like that. We covered the Simone trade. So I'm going to skip the day. I don't believe Pete Alonso is going to face any other punishment after he got ejected for the balls and strikes. So I think he should be fine. And we should be fine. All good to go for the next game. Where it'll be DL Hall against Sean Manaea. Both of those guys making their team debut. Yep, that'll do it. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe to CC Sports for more out of the park baseball content. My name is Christian, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys. Have a good day.